everyone, it's Justine. Today I'm going to make a fun card that's kind of the pinks and purples tones using the stamp set of the month. This one is called Diamond and Arch Motif stamp. So here's the arch and the diamond. Today I'm going to use the arch and the sentiment Happy Birthday. It also comes with coordinating dies, so I die cut out the arch and Happy Birthday. I love when there is a die set that goes with a stamp set. It just makes it so easy to cut out some of the larger images, especially when they're detailed with different flowers and things. I also love sentiment die cuts just because it cuts it right next to the letters, and that to me just looks so pretty. So this is the stamp. You can just get the stamp if you don't want the dies, but if you want the dies, you need to get the stamp and the coordinating dies, which is different than the die of the month. So just be kind of cautious how you're ordering. If you're have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will be posting links to the stamp and die and just the stamp if you're interested. I will also have a link to the Q&A section of the Spellbinders website that has it answers all questions that you could possibly have about the subscriptions. And if there's something that you're still wondering about even after looking there, just feel free to ask in the comments. I can help. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to start by coloring my design here. I'm going to use Copic markers. So they're an alcohol-based marker. They do have a little bit of a blending ability when they are wet still. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start coloring. I really have been loving using my Copic markers. I've had them for a couple years now, and some of them dry up or, the nib gets old, but in general, they are a really good investment. I was gifted set A and B as a Christmas gift one year, so those are the sets that I have, and to me, that's a good start for a lot of colors, but again, they are rather expensive, so if you don't have Copic markers, you certainly could use other markers that are alcohol based. I haven't tried any other markers that are alcohol based, but I don't know, they might be as good, but I don't, again, never tried them. But you could also use markers that are water based. They don't have to be alcohol based to color. Even if you don't have markers, you could use colored pencils. I just kind of like playing around with different colors and just adding color all over. I'm not the best explainer of how to blend just because I'm not really a picky person. I kind of like to put a dark color on the bottom and just kind of blend it up through, but I'm not perfect at it at all. I'm gonna stick to some purples and pinks with my colors today, just to kind of go with the background cardstock that I chose. Oh, that's really dark. Okay, I really should test these out on my side piece of paper here first, but since it's really dark, I'm just gonna go with every other-ish and just see kind of what happens. That's a little lighter. Good. Trying to put all my caps going up so you can see all of the names of the colors, but chances are I will probably forget for a color or two, so if you're curious, let me know in the comments if I missed one. This one, the Shock Pink, is almost highlighter colored. It's pretty fun. I've been trying to play around with different colors and having some more bright colors, and kind of went on a neutral tone kick for a while this summer, and I'm just ready for some color again. Maybe I'm inspired by the changing leaves outside, who knows. but I'm having a good time. I'm going to leave the center blank because I think I'm going to put a little piece of bling inside it, but if not, I guess I can always go back with the color and just put it in there. I'm going to make all of these leaves light green. It's called chartreuse. When I stamped out this image, I used my VersaFine Black Onyx ink, which is kind of a stickier ink, so I used clear embossing powder over it. So my image has a little bit of a embossed shine to it, which I love using with Copic markers because it just kind of gives it an extra finished look to the coloring. It's also really nice to use that technique with the clear embossing powder and black ink when you are watercoloring images, because it's just easier to keep the color right where you want it, because it almost makes a little wall in every section. So I definitely would recommend doing that if you're going to do any of these kind of detailed coloring stamps. I guess this one isn't too detailed, but it definitely has little areas. For these little kind of paisley sprigs that are coming up, I wanted to go ahead and make those pink, even though they look like they might be part of like a plant area, just to bring in some more color. This does have quite a lot of greenery on the image. That's what happens when I laugh. But I'm going to go ahead with my colorless blender and hopefully fix that a little. Basically, I think the colorless blender is just like alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I don't know if it's like technically rubbing alcohol, but it's alcohol for sure. And because these are alcohol-based markers, it just kind of blends it away, which is helpful because I'm not a perfect colorer, as I already said. Now that I have my marker out, I can see that I messed up in a couple other areas, but not as badly as that. So I'm gonna let that dry for just a little bit and maybe come back with the blender again. Who knows? I'm gonna pull in another green and use this on the big leaf just to give it a little bit of definition by the stems and the veins of the leaf, just to make it look a little more of like a shadow underneath those. And I might just add a little bit of that green on the stripe areas. Yeah, these stripes are really pretty. Okay, that's kind of it for the coloring. It's kind of simple because there is so much green, so that's fine with me. I'm going to put this on. I did take my corner rounder to the top of this little area just to make it look interesting, I guess, and I did that on the top here so it would kind of coordinate. I wasn't sure if I wanted my sentiment nestled up here or down here, and I think I decided to put it down here. So I'm going to put down this light purple area onto the card first and see about placement for my sentiment after. Just try to make it somewhat straight and go from there. Ta-da! Then I will put on this strip. I think this was technically a scrap from another card that I had, but it will do for today. I decided to use liquid glue to put this on because I wanted to be able to give it a second to make sure, or give myself a second to make sure that everything was straight when I was putting that on, and I think that it worked out nicely, so that's good. Now I'm going to put on my sentiment with the same glue and just kind of center it as best as I can, best I can in the center, like so. That font is just so sweet. Then I think I'll add a little bit of Wink of Stella. This is the clear glitter, just to kind of give it a little bit of sparkle and shine. I think I'll just do that on the pink areas of the stamped part. Maybe on the happy birthday too, why not? Then I will grab my bling basket and pop a gem in the center. Since I have my Damask Daydream leftovers out already from the last card that I just filmed, I think I'll use this up too. And I'll just put that in the center. Awesome. I love the way that this turned out. So cute. All right. This is a look at my finished card. If you've liked the card, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're interested in more cards like this, you can subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about anything I did or used or a technique or the subscriptions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!